Hi, I'm Shanae and I'm the lead product manager at Neralake. Today, I will guide you through how implementation keeps your strategic plan alive and working long after the planning session ends. I'm here with a story nonprofits know that you spend months building a strategic plan. Everyone's energized, and then it sits. The day-to-day takes over, and a year later, nobody can tell what was even on that strategic plan. But here's the thing. The plan was never the problem. The gap between planning and doing is the problem. Neralake closes that gap. Our build experience helps teams create a complete strategic plan, but what I'm showing you today is the real magic, and it's what we call implementation. This is your implementation homepage. When a team member logs in, the first question we answer is simple. What do I need to do today to move our strategic plan forward? The homepage shows only the work you own, organized by urgency. At the top, anything that needs attention, what's coming up this week, and what's in progress. One glance, and you know where to lean in. And now, the big picture. This is your strategic plan in action. It works like an org chart for your strategy. The plan at the top, the goals underneath it, and you can drill down through strategies and from strategies into your action items. Each entity shows its owner, its health, and its status. When someone can see how their work rolls up into a strategy and a goal, suddenly her Tuesday day to day has a strategic weight. She knows why her work matters. The connection between daily work and the mission is what keeps teams motivated and plans alive. Plus, this is a really good way for a busy leader to come through and get an at-a-glance view of how the plan is performing. When it's time to manage the work itself, teams switch to the work view, a clean, navigable list that's everything in the plan. Now, this might look a little like a task tool, so let me be clear about the difference. Task management tools like to give you a blank canvas and wish you luck. Every task floats free, disconnected from strategy. But in Neralake, there's no such thing as a floating task. Every commitment belongs to an action, which belongs to a strategy, which supports a goal. The structure of your plan is the structure of your work. Click into anything to get the full story. You've got the goal, the description, the owner, the strategies underneath it, the metrics that are showing how successful you are at moving ahead, and a history of your strategy meetings. Every level works the same way. This is a strategy. We can see the action items laid out on a Gantt chart. We could switch to a list view. We see metrics that are measuring the success of that strategy, the recent strategy meetings, right where you are. When the plan lives where the work happens, keeping it current stops being a chore and becomes a habit. Finally, the piece that ties it all together, strategy meetings. Neralake guides your team through a structured check-in around any goal. It builds the agenda, keeps time, and surfaces the right bits of work to discuss, like which commitments are stalling and what the team is learning. All the while, Neralake is transcribing to understand what challenges your team is facing and to recommend good commitments going forward that'll help keep the plan in motion. At the end of your meeting flow, Neralake will recommend those commitments and you go through them as a team and you tag them and you update them and you make sure they end up in the right person's hands. Plus, at the end of the meeting, when it's actually over, you have record of those commitments, a nice meeting summary, and key takeaways that you can use. This is actually the heartbeat. Most plans die quietly between annual reviews, but Neralake teams meet, learn, and adjust on a rhythm, so the plan adapts as they do. Everything you've seen sets up where we're going next, because a living plan generates something incredibly valuable, a connected record of what your organization set out to do and what actually happened. Long term, that means that reporting will build itself. Funders and foundations can get a clear view of progress connected to outcomes, from the foundation level all the way down to the work on the ground, without nonprofits having to do extra work to assemble it. Your team does the work once, and then the story tells itself. That's the bigger picture here, a platform where every plan makes the next one smarter. So, that's implementation. We help you write your plan, And then in implementation, we help you live it. We'd love to show you what it could look like with your plan in it. Thanks.